Everyone, this is take 2, game number 4, between Miraculous Gaming and PG Academy. This is another ZVT. Wow, ZVTs all over the place. This is actually I think it's always been ZVT, literally always, or every game this clan war. But anyways, enough of that. We have in the top left-hand corner of Frost, LE, not Polar Knight, Frost. It is the pink Zerg player from Team Miraculous Gaming. It is Imbanoob. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the purple Terran player from Team PGC. PGacad. eXqUiSiTe. With the weird capitalization. So, once again, disappointingly, no 10 pool versus Terran. Pretty much a bad choice to do 10 pool. That's okay, though. We have just Overlord happening. A cross map position, very nice for Zerg. In both the horizontal and vertical spawns, we have a difficult to take fourth for Zerg because it'll be so close to this one. Taking this as a third is basically a non-option because if Terran takes this third, yeah. And if he spawns over here, you'd want to take this third and not this third because very close by, very hard to defend. But either way, if you are not cross-spawn, you can, it'll be difficult to take a fourth. You'll have to either take it way over here or take it close to the other player, which is not something you usually do as Zerg. So anyways, enough about that. In the early game, not much going on. We have this refinery going down and zooming in just so you could see it, just in case you don't believe me. And you can't see it on your little screen. If you're watching on mobile, maybe you want to, maybe you can't quite see the refinery, but I mean, maybe you can now. So you're welcome. We have a refinery going down. That means almost certainly going to be a Reaper expand and going to be scouting with the SCV. Usually you don't scout SCV if you're doing Reaper expand because the Reaper does all the scouting you could possibly ever want. But on this map, it's 4-player map, so he needs to actually see where his opponent is. He's actually going to scout his opponent second, not first. The hatch first has gone down here for Imbanoob, and the pool has started. Not even halfway done yet, but that's totally normal. The Reaper is actually going to be delayed just in favor of an extra Marine, it looks like, and 2 Marines. So he's actually going to go for a fast factory and not get that Reaper whatsoever. This would be a very long distance for the Reaper to travel, but yeah, we're actually going to see a factory and eventually a reactor on this, most likely to do that switcheroo, and so yeah, no Reaper at all. So we are actually going to see faster factory units. That's what the gas will be for. Gas has to be for something, right? I mean, he's actually making 4 lings, which is actually not the best because you actually want to make 4 lings to defend against the Reaper, and that's usually what people do. But 4 lings against non-Reaper is not that great. 2 lings would be better to just scout. But I guess 4 lings are necessary because you have to take 2 lings to take the towers and then other lings to scout. It's not a big deal, really. So anyways, we have Marines just looking over here, patrolling around to try to catch Overlords, and that's really, really smart. He's actually A-moving around. If he catches an Overlord this early on, it's very, very nice for him. We actually had these lings going... Okay, yeah, they were just chasing the SCV. I was wondering why they were over at the third. And we have Zerg taking... I thought he was taking a third. I'm like, that is really fast. But no, he was not taking a 30. That's just the Overlord. Marine just patrolling there. This Marine going to be meted by these 2 lings. Not going to be able to kill anything. The lings are actually going to be able to kill that Marine if they so choose. And yeah, this Overlord going to be here. 1 ling does meet this Marine, and this Marine doesn't quite kill it. And he sees everything. He sees what's going on. Does he see the... well, I'll check now. Does he see the starport? No, he doesn't see the starport. That was just like a pixel away from being seen, it looks like. Or not pixel, but like a tile away if you... I don't know what StarCraft uses to use distance, but whatever. Just a little bit of distance away. We actually have a second factory going down and a tech lab on the barracks. We might actually see some blue flame alien. I'm not entirely sure. This is just going to be a very, very, very fast transition into mech after. Afterwards, of course, the Stargate or Starport is going to switch up with the tech lab, maybe. Oh no, he's actually just staying there. Doesn't look like he's switching up, so he's going to just make a Viking to kill Overlords, and it will in fact be the Blue Flame Hellion. No third on the way yet for Zerg player. Usually you see it around this time. We actually have a Roachhorn going down just to defend that. Actually, that's going to be really nice. Roachhorn will be able to defend these blue flame Hellions quite handily. And there's the third over here. It doesn't really matter if you take it over here. Probably preferred over here. The only bad part about this is this ledge. This ledge is very annoying to deal with drops. And yeah, it's very annoying to deal with drops. That's basically it. And Creep Shred coming out with these 2 additional queens. That's 4 queens in total. 2 queens for the inject and 2 queens for the Creep Shred. Should be getting it out to the middle of the map in no time. We actually have 16 drones on this mineral. It's perfectly optimally saturated, and gonna want to get more gas there. Looks like he actually has 300 gas. He's going to be spending it on these upgrades immediately, and then going to be making roaches, I guess. And here's a couple roaches are already out, and a couple more on the way, and layers on the way as well as +1/+1 for that roach tech. This Viking did in fact scout and kill one of the overlords, it looks like, but this overlord is here, and he's going to actually pass the Viking. And the Viking will see it, and the overlord will probably just try to suicide into the main, and he will see that factory and the tech lab, and he will know what's going on, it looks like. And here's a bunch of Hellions actually here, and Blue Flame is about halfway done. Not actually as many that many Hellions on the field just yet, but if the Zerg thinks that these are the only Hellions, he's in for a big surprise. We have 4 more Hellions at home and even more Hellions being produced. And I see the Zerg's vision. Does he see both factories at the same time? I'm not sure, because this could be just part of his old vision, and he could have assumed such, but if he knows it's there, then that's great. He's actually adding massive amount of tech labs. Oh god. And I'm on busy on Skype, but it made the ringtone anyway. Anyways, enough of that. We actually have a massive amount of Hellions moving across the map. I'm not sure if Zerg spotted it. We actually have a Hydra Den on the way. These 5 roaches are like enough to like mitigate this a little bit. We actually have the Hellions all spreading out, oh yeah, going up on this ledge. Like I said, this is really annoying, and he's just going to be able to kill these drones basically. These roaches are actually just sitting there watching their own fellow teammates die basically. That's just really, really bad. And actually no transfuse on that. Doesn't have enough doesn't have enough energy on that to transfuse. And here comes the Hellions into the main, not splitting the drones whatsoever. The blue fire of death just going everywhere at once. And these Hellions are actually going all going down, but not before killing quite a bit of drones. 17 drones total killed today, or this game, not today. We actually have the worker count about even, but he's making a bunch of. That's pretty bad for Zerg when it's even with their Terran or Protoss opponent. But we have a bunch of Hydras on the way. He did not get speed yet, I don't think. He actually canceled a couple drones there or something. He canceled a couple of something. We actually have a bunch of Hydras now on the map, but really just sitting at home. He wants to actually be using this to, I don't know, to try to kill the Terran, because he is far behind on work, or not far behind, but he is in a not so good spot economically. Here's the move out, but these 2 Hellions do spot the move out for a long time, and there the Hellions just run away. One of them dies though, and we actually have a run by potential here. Zerg has no idea of this. It doesn't look like. It looks like he is gonna. Oh no, he does not spot the Hellions at all. But roaches, or the entire Zerg army is just back home, so that won't be a problem at all. Just. Yeah, keeping up the injects there, keeping keeping everything at home. Not going to be ran by. He's not going to be run by these Hellions really. Just completely kills all the Hellions in basically 5 seconds, or not even 5 seconds, just a couple seconds. And now the rocks are going down, and the 4th is going to be on the way for Zerg in moments. Here's the hatchery there, and the scan goes down. Where does it go down? In the main. Seeing the tech choice of the Zerg, he actually doesn't really reveal too much of anything other than the fact that he is severely undersaturated, just now building a bunch of drones and transferring them over. So anyways, he's going to go across the map. Muscular augments about 2/3 of the way done. He's going to be using that to his advantage. He cannot retreat without muscular augments. That would be a very terrible idea to engage without it. And the Wisp Widowmine going across the map, trying to be cheeky, trying to just be weird and just place him in random parts of the map so that Zerg is actually just annoyed as hell. We actually have this Widowmine. I'm not entirely sure where he's headed. Yeah, I have no idea. Probably here. A Widowmine up here is absolutely the most not terrifying, but the most annoying thing here. Putting it here, you can basically kill a bunch of drones pretty easily. He's actually burrowing, only burrowing at the expansion to, yeah, that's it. Just to deny that. The third is now finished for the Terran. Actually, the third has been finished for a while. Fourth CC finishing up now, but not actually using the CCs, like not actually positioning them at the third or anything. He actually scans here and scans literally nothing. Not too good. Injects going off. Actually saturated at 3 bases, it looks like. Fully saturated, or optimally saturated at 3 bases, not so much at this 4th base. He's actually getting ventral sacks, which is the Overlord drop. He's going to attempt to drop on this mech army, drop the Roach Hydra. Yeah, drop it on the tanks so that they will, well, for one thing, splash damage themselves, and also so that the Roaches can actually get in range without eating too many tank shots. We're gonna see what happens with that. Might actually even be some sort of harass. We actually have tunneling claws on the way as well. Did we actually have burrow yet? I didn't see burrow, but I guess he must have burrow, because pretty useless without burrow. Tunneling claws is, that is. We actually have a sensor tower here, gonna be able to spot this engage from like a mile away, unless he goes all the way around and in the back here, over there, which is unlikely. We actually have these Roaches coming in from over here. Still not really the best position to engage from, I don't think. We actually have all these Overlords. Okay, looks like he's actually just going to go with Doom Drop in the main. So scratch everything I said. We'll see if... Okay, I assume Burrow is already done, but here's a ton of Overlords going to be filling them all up. And actually floating over a command center to take this third. And here we go, and... fills up all the Overlords, and still a big, not a big, but a decent army here to spare. And he actually started building a CC here, and he's actually going to have to cancel it right away, or actually gets the cancel. Very nicely played there by eXqUiSiTe. Nice reactions there. And here's the Doom Drop of Death. The Doom Drop of Death. This strategy brought to you by the Department of Redundancy Department. This Doom Drop of Doom. Alright, here we go. And this is a massive army in the main of the Terran player. All the SCVs were already pulled because they were mining out. Oh, not all the SCVs. Actually, that's a decent chunk of SCVs. These Overlords are just going all over the place, not really doing too much. This CC does go down, and a factory goes down, and if he kills all this factories, he can't actually build too much, but he's actually sieges up, and he's gonna have to back off, it looks like, and he is now trapped in the base. All his getaway is over there, and all these Hydras and Roaches are going to die, and that is quite a lot to lose at this point in the game. He's actually burrowing all his Roaches, trying to just escape with what he can. All the Hydras can't burrow. Well, they can burrow, but they're not really useful burrowing. Yeah, that's it. We actually had a starport on the way, and the SCV got killed. We actually have a Hellion run by to this third, and drones just burrowed for Imbanoob. But he probably killed a bunch of drones here. Let's see how many workers been killed. 28 workers killed for Imbanoob and 26 for eXqUiSiTe. That's just amazingly high. And the burrow on the Roaches just being as annoying as possible. Just scanning everywhere, but not in the right places. Just Roaches don't take any damage from Hellions, it looks like. That's just crazy. Especially when they're burrowed, they regenerate like faster than they can even be damaged. And this was just a massive amount of damage from the Terran player. We actually have a nice army of tanks here, but not really much as for production. Not really much to reproduce it. He's actually stuck on 93 supply versus 186, and not pretty much next to no production here for eXqUiSiTe. You have Imbanoob, just a massive amount of swarm host. Not really anything to deal with it. Is eXqUiSiTe. We actually have, yeah, nothing really. He might actually just drop these swarm hosts. That would be really funny, but pretty fucking dangerous, I think. Is the hive done? Is the question? Yes, it is. No +3 yet though. Or did he? No +3 yet, or any hive tech whatsoever. And the swarm hosts are just slightly in the range of the sensor tower, and now they're out of range, so, or they're burrowed. So he's actually not rallying his locusts. That's a little bit of a mistake. He actually, okay, there you go, control click it. And he's actually, Terran's actually trying to hide a base up here, or just take an expand to get back in the game. He has a long way to go though. All his supply is basically in tanks, it looks like. And while tanks are pretty good against defending locusts, locusts are free and they will just keep coming and coming and coming. And there's nothing the tank can do about it, really. Going to take an alternate route here. Okay. Not very useful, these locusts are. Roaches are actually going to crawl through or do tunneling claws through to try and do some harassment there. And these locusts are actually rallied, like really poorly rallied, misrallied. Actually adding 3 more starports, and Imbanoob actually sees this, so he can unburrow and try to cancel these starports. Actually, no, he doesn't see it. Burrowed units are actually pretty much blind. But we have like, let's see, how many roaches in here? Lots of roaches, like 12 roaches in the main. And he just unburrows some of them and unburrows all of them and just starts picking away at this production. He's actually sees this starport being made. He wants to... He's going to be able to react to that efficiently with the spire of his own. And now the tanks are finally coming in here, but that means a lot less tanks at the third to defend. We have these roaches are going to in fact be cleaned up, but he scouted basically everything. He knows exactly what's going on, and also he burrowed and he's spreading them out so he can't get them all with one scan. That's very, very, very good play there from Imbanoob. But he's gonna try to get them all with missile turrets so that he doesn't actually have to waste scans. And there he's just putting missile turrets all around the base basically, so that he doesn't have to scan. He wants to mule really. All of this he actually ended up. Did he scout that? Yeah, he ended up scouting that. I'm not sure with what. Probably a ling. But he's gonna send all his roaches and hydras over here, and he's not actually making an orbital. He's just producing SCVs. And this command center might actually go down to the hydras, and the roaches will. Yep, definitely going down. These tanks are just sieging now, and they're actually sieging a little bit out of position there, or a little bit not ready, not prepared for these locusts. We actually have them picking away at the tanks, killed quite a few hellbats and a little bit of everything there. This army from the Zerg has done its job and is coming back home, etc., etc. The 3-3 has now started for Zerg, and 9 mutas on the way. There is the switch to, I guess, accommodate for this starport stuff. He's actually, if he should choose to go battle cruiser with all the upgrades, how much upgrades do you have? 2. He's not getting 3-3 yet. He should do that as soon as possible. The 5th is on the way for the Zerg player. And once he gets that into high gear, the air switch will be absolutely startling to deal with for the Terran player. We actually have all the tanks now here in the same position. Going to be killing those locusts before they even get a shot off. Basically, that one shot off on that missile turret, it looks like. But these mutas, they're with no Thors on the map. These mutas can actually reign supreme. But he actually just flew through the sensor tower range, so he knows what's coming, and also flew over these things. And there's the missile turret goes down to these mutas, and these roaches actually unburrowed at the same time. But these tanks are actually defenseless against these mutas, and there goes a tank, another tank. He's trying to save up money for a seeker missile, but he does not have enough energy. And there goes down one raven, and another raven goes down, and there's that second raven. Those ravens are basically the only thing he was building out of this, and now he's actually killing another starport, and that was the starport with the building raven, so that's even worse, adding insult to injury. We have 3-3 just about to finish for Zerg, and +1 attack for mutas have finished, and now all the starports are down. Only thing that he has is the factories, but he is building quite a bit of Thors out of them. But other than that, literally nothing can shoot up. Literally nothing. I don't even think he has a Viking, maybe. Yeah, he has 1 Viking and 2 Marines and 1 Widowmine. That is the entirety of his anti-air, and that is not sufficient. I see that in the chat. That is a astute observation. I believe you are correct, but I won't say that. Anyways. More and more wave of locusts here coming out as soon as he gets Vipers, and once he gets Vipers, the Terran cannot really do too much about these swarm hosts. He's going to just have a blinding cloud party, and these mutas are actually taking out these 2 refineries. Not that the refineries are doing too much of anything. And here's another. Actually, one overlord does fly through the. Oh no, all the overlords are flying through the sensor tower, so he knows something's coming. He might just think that they are very slow mutas. But other than that, he can't really tell what's going on. These Thors are in here to protect against the mutas and the doom drop that is about to happen, if you could call this a doom drop. This is a pretty big drop. He's going to protect it. The Thors are going to try to protect against that, but he's actually has all his tanks here and no tanks in the main. Yeah, 0 tanks in the main. These 2 Thors are going to go down as soon as they get dropped. And all these swarm hosts are just spreading out, trying to be in the best position possible. Where is that scan? I'm not entirely sure. He is scanning bases, maybe. He's actually, okay, Zerg's actually taking these 2 bases. That's really nice. Just take every base on the map. If not, just to like spread creep there. You have extra larva, you have creep, and Terran can't expand where you expand until, you know, they kill it. And Muta's going, okay, here's the doom drop of doom, and it's going to happen again. And all the Thors are out of position too. Nothing at all in this main. He's going to be able to just kill everything at all. Everything. Everything at all. All these roaches and hydras are out, and all of the army is out of position way over here. This main is completely dead. And something was researching, I'm not entirely sure what it was, but he kills the factory and therefore the research on the tech lab. And that factory is dead, and that factory is dead, and all the production is dead from the Terran player. He has literally nothing. He has, oh no, sorry, he has 2 starports, not literally nothing. There's a structures tab I can check. Let's see, he has 1 barracks. Okay, so he can in fact build more factories should he need to. Where is that barracks anyway? I'm not entirely, there it is, it's hidden over there. We actually have Terran just completely abandoning this main here and actually moved some of the tanks out of position. I think a couple locusts got shots off, it looks like. Where is that? There is the quote-unquote chauffeur for the doom drop of doom. He is not going, he's not going to he is not going to be doing his job. He's not going to be picking up these hydras and roaches anytime soon, it looks like. We actually have these mutas just running around trying to be as annoying as possible. A few shots get off on the locusts, and 1 or 2 shots almost killed a hellbat there. That's crazy. An engineering bay is on the way, and so is nothing else really. I should switch back to production. Just an engineering bay, and nothing being produced for the Zerg, nothing being produced for the Terran. He's actually massively supply blocked, so it will be a very long while before he can rebuild this army. He has 81 at total supply maximum, and now 73, now 65. You get what I'm saying. Now we have 5 ravens. 5 ravens here. Is that total? Yeah, 5 ravens on the map, and these locusts are actually killed a tank there. That PDD is defending very well against those locusts, actually very effective against the locusts. So that even if the locusts do somehow manage to get close enough to the tanks to shoot, the shots will be in fact mitigated by this point defense drone. It'll just soak up the damage. And here's some units, a giant scan on the massive amount of swarm hosts, and he sees his impending doom basically. We have all those hydras did go down, it looks like, but now Zerg on entire half of this map, except for this one. All he has to do is take this base, then he has the entire half of the map for himself. And on a big map like Frost, that says a lot, really. And there's the engineering bay that he was producing, it looks like, and an ultra cavern coming down for the amazing tech switch into that ultras crazies. Now we have mules just dropping in. Right in front of the mutas, and he's going to get the repair off, but he does actually go down, and the mutas just back off, and actually he sacrifices 1 or 2 or 3 mutas for that orbital, but that is basically the only mining base for the Terran. But he can float over another orbital. It doesn't delay it for immense amount of time, and those tanks are unsieged, and that's very bad for the Terran. Not going to be able to kill these locusts. He is moving house all the way over to this 3rd here, or this 4th. He's just abandoning this. He wants to lift off immediately, though. And here's +3 air attack, and the chitinous plating for the ultras, and +1 melee, and adrenal glands, and 4 more gases, and creep tubers, and 7 spines. Oh my god, that's a lot of spines. That is a lot of spines, just preventing from Hellion run-bys. No Hellions are getting past there, and they basically need to get past there to get here. So that's a really smart play by Imbanoob. This is basically, yeah, these 2 bases are basically protected, except for from a giant move out like this. We actually have the swarm hosts noticing that, or not noticing that, but Imbanoob noticing that, and the swarm hosts actually repositioning, and huge, wow. That is 20 swarm hosts, 22 swarm hosts, and they all going to spawn their locusts at once. And he actually does spot the swarm host, going to get seeker missiles on most of them, and actually kills a decent chunk of them. Going to be trying to walk away, but these Thors are actually taking out a nice chunk of these swarm hosts. We actually have only, quote unquote, only 13 swarm hosts left. So this base does go down, and these two bases might go down if he is so inclined as to like siege up here and just take out all these spines. So actually, these swarm hosts are in fact repositioning. This fourth actually very like little has been mined out of it, considering how long this game has been up, or how long the fourth has been up. We actually have Locust being, that was a very nice play there by Imbanoob, pushing the Locust, or pushing the swarm host in the correct position. Predicting this. Okay, so actually eXqUISiTe doesn't actually know about these bases, so, and now he does because he sees a swarm host coming from it, and he is going to go up there and see what he can do, and he can do a lot if he sieges up. And no, he is sacrificing Hellions, and he's not even moving, he's just moving and killing these things anyway because he's a Terran. Those Thors have massive amounts of armor and just do terrible damage to this hatchery, and this goes down in 2 shots. Those Thors two-shotted the hatchery. How often does that happen? They actually have Lings without speed. 36 minutes into the game, no Ling speed. Actually just started now when he realized that these Lings didn't have speed. We actually have the Engineering Bay going down, and non-speed Lings against Blue Flame Hellions, not so good for the Lings, especially off a creep. Actually have these tanks going to be able to defend these Lings. Sieging up here, going to be able not be able to defend these depots though. These 2 bases do go down. Actually, who cares? Put 2 bases up in the opposite side of the map basically. And Terran has been not mining for quite a while now. Let's see the income, literally 0 for Terran. How many drones? 30. Okay, we have a decent number of drones for Zerg, but most of them are long distance mining, it looks like, because most of his bases are dead. I don't know why he doesn't just put all his drones here. That would be a much more efficient route than just long distance mining from way over here. Like, this is kind of ridiculous at this point. Or not here, but over there. Once these 2 bases do get up, he will finally be on a decent income, even though he could be on a decent income now by just mining here. But that's inconsequential. We actually have all these swarm hosts being here. The Terran is trying to take this corner of the map for his own. He has a new main, it looks like. This is his new main. He claims this main for himself. He actually, all his bases are on the other side of the map, though. All one of his orbitals are over here, so he's going to have to take care of that somehow. These Thors are out of position. Actually does get a Thor kill there from the Locust. Might actually get another one. No, won't not get another one, but he does get it down to about 2/3 health. Another wave of Locusts coming up. This is just Terran is just camping out here. It looks like eXqUISiTe doesn't really have much to do, or much chance in this game to come back. He's not really going to come back. That's pretty much it. He losing tank after tank, and there's a bunch of tanks going down, and he's actually trying to move out, unsieging, but all these Locusts are there, and he's going to siege out on the low ground. Very poor choice here. But that's basically all he can do. He actually just has to leave the game, it looks like. And his one and only orbital here, there's the GG from eXqUISiTe, and that was a very long game, longer than it should have been. We have Miraculous Gaming taking the game, the first game, finally. And that's game number 4, leaving the score